We're going to start making our bowl project by using a plastic bowl, just a regular plastic bowl you can get at any local store, and a slab, and we will be making coils with part of the slab, but you're going to start with a slab, so be ready for beginning your bowl with a slab and a plastic bowl. And I am going to, your teacher will do this part, but maybe if teachers watch this, they want to know. I like to do a little bit of vegetable oil spray in the bottom, just a little bit, so that they release easy, so I can get them out of the bowl and use these bowls again the next day with the next class. So I just give it just a little bit. If you do too much, maybe 2 sprays. If you do too much, it'll slide around in there and the oil will get in the clay, and you got to be really careful with that. So just a little spray, and then we're ready to use our bowl to hold up the sides of our clay bowl. So for this bowl, I am going to just take a slab and I'm going to just press the bottom of that in there, and you can see there's a little circle where the bottom of the bowl is, and I'm going to use my tool to just cut it a little bit bigger than that. I'm going to save this for my coils. I'm going to press this in the bottom. It's kind of thick right now. The slab was a little bit thicker than I want my finished bowl to be, so I can press, and it's kind of sliding around, so I got to be careful that I keep it in place, and I press even thickness all around. It doesn't have to be even in this, like the level of it doesn't have to be even. We're going to listen to our clay, and it might not do exactly what we want it to be, but we're going to pay attention and see. We're going to cooperate with it, and we're going to get it to do something really cool. Might not be our own idea. We might have to listen to the clay to get it to do something. All right, so now that's going to be the base, and we're going to build up the sides from there. So I'm going to just take a little bit of my extra clay, and I'm going to squish it into a shape kind of like a chunky coil, like that. And then I'm going to find a spot on my table. If it has some clay dust or something on it, that's good. Then it won't stick to that part. So I'm going to put it up at the top of my work surface, put the balls of my hands on it, and pull them towards me. Just keep pulling it towards you until it's even thickness. Kind of lumpy, so I'm going to try again. I put it up at the top, pull it down towards me. It's getting a little cracky, but I'm just going to let that go until the very end. And I keep putting it up and pulling it towards me until it's about as big around as your finger. There, it's just like that. It's pretty good. And then now I'm going to connect these inside the top of that next layer. You can see I left a little bit of a ridge there. So I'm going to put it right along that ridge. And since my clay is brand new, it hasn't dried out at all, I don't have to really score and slip to make this work, because I will be blending in the inside of the bowl. Because I'm going to want to use this for food later. I couldn't use it for ice cream or cereal or soup or anything you would use a regular bowl for. So I'm going to just place it along that edge. And, oh, there's a little opening there. Now I can get creative, and maybe I want to do some little balls in that little spot. I'll just roll some little balls, stick those in there. On the outside, we're going to see whatever little decorations you do. And try to keep them the same thickness as the rest of the bowl, if you can. It's the first time you've done this, probably, unless you've had a pottery class. So now I have to decide, okay, I need it higher. That's not very tall. So maybe I'll make another coil. Right now I'm going to show you how not to roll a coil. This is the bad way to roll a coil. And if you're not paying attention and you're just watching, you're going to roll a bad coil. This is how to not do it. Let's say you're just talking to your friends, you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Look at that. It's not very round. You can maybe still use it, but if you wanted a round coil, that's not how you make a round coil. If it happens, it's not the end of the world. You can just put it on its side, tap it down, and start over again paying attention. And then you'll have a nice round one, if that's what you're looking for. There we go. We're ready to attach that. Maybe I'll do that next, right above. one. And maybe I'm ready for some balls along that side. I could do that. Or I could make another coil. It's up to you. You're the artist. You can decide. Now I'm ready to blend in my coils. And you don't even have a choice right now because you didn't score and slip. We have to blend in the inside of these coils. And I'm just going to be really careful with my thumb and smash down just a little bit of that edge. I have to go through about 1/4 of the clay, if you can imagine what that is. But I have to blend that all in. It's kind of rough right now. I'll smooth it out later. But I have to go through all those layers of clay to blend those in. Otherwise, food will get in there and they'll fall apart because we didn't score and slip. So I have to blend all of those in. So blend in the inside, and if you don't push too hard, if you're going like a downward blend, you will be able to see the coils on the outside. All right, that's ready to dry out and then be put in the kiln for a firing. For a bisque firing is the first firing. Then you'll get it back and decide if you want to glaze it, and it'll have to go back in for the final, after you put the glaze on, it'll have to go in for one more firing before you get it back.